Hi, Virgo. I am Taylor Shuler, your astrologer, here with your horoscope for the month of April 2023. So, early on in the month, there's going to be a lot of healing for you in those subject areas that we don't really like to talk about at the dinner table. So, it might be taxes, it could be mortgages, it could be debt, it could be your therapist and changing them, getting a new one, sort of that mental stuff that we think about or perseverate about sometimes that we don't really want to talk about. There's going to be a full moon in your house of money and self-confidence. And also, it's going to bring in those topics that I mentioned before about taxes and debt and psychology. Could also just be astrology or could be about sex as well. So that's going to be highlighted, but it's an opportunity for great healing for you in those areas of life, which is very exciting. Then on April 20th, there's going to be an eclipse in that eighth house. So whatever you've been doing, March 21st, April 6th, then April 20th, we get this other opportunity to really make some changes based on whatever experience that you've had related to those topics over the past 4 weeks. We're going to have a Mercury retrograde in your ninth house. So are you traveling? Are you planning on traveling? Do you need to change your travel plans? Have you been involved in any court cases or anything like that? Maybe a time when dates are getting rescheduled, you're rethinking, renegotiating, coming to mediation. And then the sun will move into that ninth house. And I think that that is also going to help you with whatever's going on there. So are you meeting people from different countries? Are they supporting you in some way? Do you have an attorney that you're working with for whatever reason? Are you going back to school? Are you publishing something? Do you have children who are going off to university, or are you planning a trip abroad? Let me know in the comments what your plans for the month of April are and what questions you have. I would love to address them. All right. Thank you so much for listening, Virgo, and I hope you have a great month ahead. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of On Thriving. If you found this episode valuable, please hit follow and then rate and leave a review on your favorite podcast provider. Hit subscribe and the bell on YouTube and write to me in the comments. Your support helps the show reach more listeners and enables us to continue to create valuable content for you. Does your work not light you up anymore? Do you know this job just isn't it? That there's more to life and work than feeling irritated and unhappy? You can see both the problems and solutions that would make your clients happy and would make the world a better place, but your employer has another agenda and they're not fully leveraging your skills and expertise. Maybe you know that you're ready for a career change or retirement, or you're already in the process of starting your own business, but you need guidance to put the missing pieces together so you can figure out what you're going to do, how to make it successful, and when to make the leap. If you are a passionate and talented professional, entrepreneur, or leader who has checked all the boxes of what society tells you you're supposed to do to be successful, like get an education, get a day job that aligns with your skills, follow a budget, clock in and out on time, and meet or even exceed your performance goals, and yet you're feeling unfulfilled, overworked, drained, underappreciated, burned out, and either underpaid or handcuffed to your salary, let me ask you this. What if you could love what you do every single day, get your needs met abundantly, love where you are, and love who you spend your time with? If that sounds like what you're ready for, to thrive with more love, fulfillment, ease, abundance, and happiness in your life, then you should grab a free copy of my complete guide to making your daydream your reality, which will help you get from blocked and stuck on how to get from where you are in your job and your life to clear and confident on how to do work you love every day so you can stop surviving and start thriving. The guide will help you identify the optimal strategies for you to not only figure out how to do what you love every day, but how to make it profitable and articulate your why, your purpose, so you have a clear guiding light to build and leave a legacy and make your mark on the world. Whether you don't know any astrology at all or are a professional astrologer, this guide will help you launch your glow up so you can live the life of your dreams. You can get it on my webpage for this episode over at taylorshuler.com/horoscopes. If you want to accelerate your journey to living your purpose and get practical tools you can use to build your life and your business, I invite you to join the community at our Thriving Together level. You'll have full, exclusive, early access to my new materials, the ability to ask me your questions and get your chart read live, and connect with like-minded people you can collaborate with. Learn more and join now at taylorshuler.com/thrive. Be sure to follow us on social media for updates and behind the scenes content. We'll be back next week with another episode, so be sure to tune in. Thank you again for listening, and until next time, keep thriving.